Hey there, Aquarius fan, how you be? This round for June of 2025, 2 cards went flying out during the pre-shuffle. We have the 9 of Cups, wishes granted, but we also have the 3 of Swords. So something tells me that there's something about this that you've worked through, that you've been working through, that is enabling this. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some clarification. Okie doke, so let's go ahead and cut the deck together. I'm going to put it in 3 and take the middle to the top. We're beginning with the 6 of Swords. Air family. This month there's a lot of... Kitty, please. There's a lot of getting away from... Like with this one, it's, you know, literally with the picture, it's choppy waters into the calm, right? But it's Swords, so it could just be your mind. Like there were things that used to stress you out and used to really affect you. And... You're just healing right on past that now. Next is the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups has shown up in every single one of these 3 readings today. Air fam. You know who the real ones are. You know who's been with you through thick and thin. You know who, no matter how much time goes by, no matter what the distance, when you get together, it's awesome. I'm saying that to a very particular Aquarius in my life. We always have so much distance between us, but when we get to see one another, it's like nothing. And, you know, they're surrounded by all this vegetation and plant life and stuff, right? To me, this is a very celebration of life card. Like you have people who are very dear to you, who are part of your support system. Maybe you know, it's a matter of knowing who like the people are to hang out with and have some fun with. And then there are those people where, yeah, you can do that. But you can also do everything else. You know what I mean? The real ones. Chapter 3 is the Empress card. Happy to see that one. That's 2 3s in a row. Very happy to see. I'm happy for you, is what I'm trying to say. After that, we have another 6. Interesting. 6 3 3 6. Aquarius, what you doing? Look at that. I love that card. That's the give and receive card, the balance of it all. Underneath the 6 of Swords, we're drawing the 2 of Pentacles. What did I just say? Balance. So to me, that's what you're needing. That's what's really important to you right now. So whether you're actually moving physically to a different home, a different town, a different country, it's all about balance for you. Being somewhere that you can be happy and just live your life doing whatever the heck you want, right? Underneath the 3 of Cups, we have the Moon. It's another card that keeps coming up with this these astrologicals for the air specifically. Words, Amy, words. But that also has a 3. That's the 18. Interesting. Something very specific with your path has been illuminated for you. And it has something to do with your community, the people in your life. And maybe that's it. You used to have more people in your life, but it's kind of been whittled down as you've aged and you've needed more substance to your relationships. It's like if you're not a part of the support system, there's not enough time in the day. You know what I mean? And that's okay, because may everyone have their support system, right? Either way. But I feel like there's something about your path that has been illuminated for you, that you may be calling into question. You're unsure about it. And the thing about the Moon card, though, is it's kind of two-sided. On the one side, you could just keep doing what you've been doing and keep doing what you've known, or you can take a chance. and go into the unknown. Do things that you've never done before and still find bliss, right? Find out that it's so much better than anything you've ever known. You won't know unless you try. Or don't forget to honor how far you've come. You're no longer this crustacean. You're no longer the primordial ooze. You've been on quite a journey. Like these towers, when you read about tarot and stuff, they tend to speak on the towers or the columns alongside the doors or whatever for Solomon's temple, right? If I'm not mistaken. Same thing with the high priestess. Something about truth for you. Okay, we're gonna ponder that a little bit longer and move on to the card underneath the Empress is the Ace of Swords. I love that for you. And underneath the Six of Pentacles is the Five of Swords. Interesting reading here, Aquarius. What's going on? I feel like you have two cards associated with you and other people that are really speaking on your path and how far you've come, how much you've grown. The Moon and the Five of Swords. And the 5 came up underneath the 6 of Pentacles. This is really fascinating to me. Okay, the caboose to this story is the Knight of Cups. Now, let's go ahead and put it all together. Okay. So, like I was saying about this pairing, is balance is so important to you right now. The things that matter, the things that fulfill and sustain you. You're done with the superficial. You're done with the drama. There are things going on that are just too important. Like you're really figuring out priorities. They've shifted recently. My question with the Seven of Swords is always, who's in the boat? Right? Are you at the reins? Are you at that, are you forging ahead? Are these people in your life that you're taking care of? Or are they different sides of yourself? Your inner child, the maternal side of you, the compassionate side of you that so many of us try to protect, right? The ooey gooey parts. Balance. Anything in excess is bad, including the good stuff. Keep that in mind, okay? Balance. And remember that whatever it is, you're built for this. Your life has led you to this point. You're meant for this. You're built for this. You are always on the right path. If it's the one you choose, it's the right path for you, right? Because we have another element to things like this pairing and the Six of Pentacles and Five of Swords with the Empress and the Ace of Swords in between. It feels like really figuring out the trick to everything. I don't have to work so hard. I don't have to be so try hard. I can just vibe out and do my thing. And it's going to work out. Why? Because I give a rip, right? Because I'm going to do the things that I need to do. And whatever's out of my control, I can just let it go and have faith. If you don't know of anyone else that you can have faith in, that you can believe in, besides a higher power and things like that, it's yourself, right? And you've really been, like the Empress vibes out there. She's not forcing anything. She's got her connection to nature, and she's all about love with that Venus, right? Love and acceptance. She's a magnet. Like this is the law of attraction embodied. The Empress. She's not worried about, war. And she's not worried about anything, fam. She's very cozy. And she's got not only that golden background, but she has the stars and that crown on her head. She's very connected, and she knows that she draws it into her. She might as well just have people standing there feeding her grapes or something. And with the Ace of Swords, this is a gift, like seems like a literal gift from the gods, from the heavens and stuff. The question, it's like mental clarity, truth, logic. The question is, do you accept, right? Do you accept being able to sit back and vibe out and have these epiphanies and realizations without forcing yourself to work so hard, to work twice as hard as you freaking need to, right? Work smarter, not harder, right? And with these pairings, I feel, oh man, it's all working in concert together. This reading is all connected, right? You've been so far. I like to call this the fuck around and find out card, right? But that person is smirking. Like, I don't know if I can get this to really focus. They're happy, right? And it's kind of similar to, so for Libra, we had the Seven of Swords. It's kind of similar, though. We can actually see two people back there with the two swords on the ground, right? That are being left behind, basically. To me, it's like, it's very, you can consider it like conflict and dealing with other people. And it's like, well, if you wouldn't mess with me, then you wouldn't have to figure out how I handle that kind of crap, would you? Right? But it can also be looking back and seeing when things happened in the past, maybe you didn't always handle it the best because you didn't know how. You didn't know what was going on. You were young. You didn't know. You'd never experienced anything like that before. Now you know. Now you know better. You're not making the same choices. Those things, you don't have to worry about them happening again because you simply wouldn't put yourself into that position. You wouldn't align yourself with that crap. That was then, this is now, and man, does it feel good to be in the future. To be this age, to be this secure within yourself, right? And this person, it's kind of like, is it a parable or is it something that Jesus was talking about, where with the master and the servant, like they're equals. No one's more or lesser than anyone else. This person even has a scale there for balance. It's very important. Giving and receiving, not give and take, giving and receiving, right? Being able to recognize that paying it forward doesn't always have to be so literal. So if anyone ever does anything for you, don't worry about like, how can I pay in kind? You know what I mean? How can I if they already have the gift of giving, you know what I mean? That feels good, right? To share, to do something nice for someone. They already got that gift. Trust that you also give, that you also share, that you're also able to do that. It doesn't have to be literal money. It doesn't have to be literal things, although the pentacles are earth. They're this material realm, right? It's the garden that you cultivate. It's something I say a lot. Like, I feel like that's more the vibe versus all the drama and BS of the past when we're young and dumb and we just simply don't know any better. But I feel like when I see this card, it keeps telling me who I'm dealing with, which is someone who's very compassionate, who understands the connection between all living beings, and they honor and respect that, right? They don't, if you're friends with them, they don't care how much money you have. They don't care where you're from, where, you know, who your parents were, whether you're a doctor or a lawyer or working at the McDonald's. You know what I mean? Who are you? Are you happy? Those are the things that matter, right? And with the Knight of Cups coming in, when you think of knights, they're like sent out, right? They're all sent out on a mission and bring me, you know, XYZ. And the cups aren't just love and romance. They're self-love. They're your emotions and being able to flow with life. And, you know, all too often people say, you know, who else goes with the flow? Dead fish. Like, get out of here with that kind of nonsense, all right? No. Those are the ones who don't care where they're going because they have no idea and they don't care and they're not even able to hold themselves accountable. It's totally different. If this is a person, though, maybe don't worry about taking them seriously. Definitely, definitely don't push things. Don't rush things. Savor it. Maybe it's meant to be a cleansing of the palate. Maybe you just need to remember to just stop making everything so deep. Lighten up. Have some fun, right? This, when I think of this horse, it always seems to me like they're prancing. They're like, yes, they're so excited. Here you are. The mission is finally complete. But are they actually moving? Or do you need to come to them? It's kind of like different checkpoints in a marathon. There with the water to help quench your thirst, right? And keep you hydrated. That's a vibe check on that card. Checkpoint, you need to remember to hydrate yourself because things are getting pretty good. That's what I'm seeing. You've done the work to get your head on right, whatever that means for you. And you've left a bunch of drama and BS behind because balance is very important to you. You know who the real ones are, just like our Libras. And their reading, maybe you have a bunch of Libra in your chart like I do. And recognizing that the phrase I used, wasn't it, work smarter, not harder? What that really means for you and what you're doing and what you're trying to do, right? And just be positive vibes and enjoy while everything just comes to you. Like it's just drawn to you. It can't help itself, right? You're just that dang incredible, all right, Aquarius? Deal with it, okay? The bottom of your freaking stack, though. Aquarius, what's up? To me, the bottom of the stack is the main vibe. It's the main gist, right? We get the particular cards and stuff, but if it was like just one card for the vibe, that whatever's going on for you right now, it's the Two of Swords. So my question to you, normally this person is dressed in white, but for some reason this particular printing has them in green. But when we think of white in the tarot, especially when someone's wearing it, it tends to be like innocence and purity. With the Two of Swords, to me, it's the never again card. But generally speaking, the caution there is, there's two actually. For one thing, if you just don't make a decision, if you have difficult decisions going on and you just don't, you're just wasting time pondering, throat chakra, please. Or you just, you know, that in and of itself is a decision, right? You gotta pick something. You gotta do something because either way you're doing something. Or is it a matter of, because like not wanting to do something because it hurt. Anytime we've done this before, we wound up in pain and disappointed and betrayed or whatever. And no. Or is it never again because I know better now? This person has a blindfold on, right? A white blindfold. I don't even need to see you coming. We have that crescent moon up there, right? And the swords of the mind. All the turbulence is behind me. I don't even need to see you. I know you're there, and you're like a mosquito in the middle of the night when I'm just trying to sleep. I don't need you. You know what I mean? Like, nope, you no longer have access to me. Boom. Right? What fulfills me, what calms my mind and brings me joy and happiness is what I want and what I find acceptable now. That clarity, right? That's what I'm getting from it. Never again, because no, you don't even have access to me now. And so you don't have to worry about those things. But it's still a bit, feels a bit serious. And so just remember that that's a two-edged sword right there, okay? So you just be careful when you're making decisions that they're not made from pain and fear. That's all I'm going to throw out about that. But something tells me you don't got to worry about that, because we got the Empress with the dang freaking Ace of Swords underneath it. Hey, you're doing the work. You're doing it either way. That's why I feel like it's the more positive vibes version of the Two of Swords that you have going on. So just take it easy. Take it easy. You know what I mean? Enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself and be cozy in your chair, my dear Empress. Whatever that means for you. When we, masculine, feminine vibes, especially in tarot, it's just a vibe check. There's the internal intuition of it all, and then there's the outward, like, I'm gonna do it now. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta do shit, is all that Empress card is saying, okay? Pardon my language and all of that, but you don't gotta just vibe out, emanate. You know what I mean? Do your thing, because you've done the work. You know what matters to you. Trust that, and trust your support system. Trust that balance. And if there's a time frame for the message, it's going to be at least some months. Something's coming, because this is the second to the slowest of the nights. The slowest being the Pentacles, because that Earth daily progress kind of vibe. This is the don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about it kind of vibe. Maybe there's someone in your life that you need, that's like that you really need to feel inspiration from right now for some of you, okay? Yeah. Thank you so much for your company. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy your June of 2025, regardless of what happens, Aquarius, because you deserve the best, okay? Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And always remember that I believe in you.